Just gonna sit right here. Oh man, this is 6 feet apart, right? Yeah. Just kidding. Hey guys, it's been a while since we put out a video, and as you know, a global health crisis is afoot. We've been doing our best to keep ourselves and our families safe.
During this quarantine, we've put it to good use by working on our backlog.
So, with our state reporting declining cases, we took this time to give our quarantine kits some much needed attention.
Oh wait, do we need a separate audio?
Yeah, let's do that actually.
We're filming all of this, by the way. So we're not very good at YouTube yet.
See how...
I forgot what kit this is. Oh, this is the Transient Avalanche. So I actually started building this before COVID. What ended up happening was I never ever painted it. So during COVID, I actually just painted this baby.
A couple things to keep in mind when you're taking pictures of kids like this. You want to get your aperture as small as you can get. Shoot at like maybe f7.1 or higher, because although shooting at a wider aperture gives you that really creamy depth of field look, you can lose some detail with that. And especially with small kits like this, you can lose a lot of detail. Especially with Alan's photo booth setup here. He has a lot of bounce light going on, and his kit has a lot of clear parts. So to really get like that beam saber effect, shoot at a lower aperture.
Were they beam sabers in the show?
I don't know.
Were these?
I haven't gotten this far in Build Fighters actually.
I think this was Build Fighters or Build Divers. I don't actually remember if these clear parts are meant to be like effect parts. They could have been. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be upset with us for not knowing the backstory of our kits because we built it. Over here, very thin pieces. So just keep in mind, if you're one of those builders that likes to snap build first before you paint, don't push those pieces in all the way, because what's eventually going to happen is when you try to take it apart, it's going to say no. Let's see if we can get some of these other kits out here. Let's do an RG next. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't know this Gundam. You saw us build it in the blind build, but that was HG, but this one is RG. So with a lot more pieces, generally comes a lot more color separation. There's a core fighter that comes with the RG kit. You can see it flying in front. The kit does give you the option of just folding that thing up and putting it in there, but what happens is you lose your side-to-side articulation. So most of this was Mr. Color. The dark gray pieces are actually mostly just primer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't bother to change it out of primer because I like the contrast. Now, if you get the kit normally, it's a very light gray and it's like a very subtle contrast, but I just opted for darker contrast because I think it makes it pop a little more.
Yeah, definitely does.
Yeah, and it just, I think it looks better and it shows off a lot of the details too.
We're trying this taco chicken.
Oh yeah, the taco chicken.
Huh. It just looks like a chicken and vegetable pizza.
It does kind of look like queso, but I guess that's the American cheese that they threw on it. Anybody who goes to Domino's knows that you got to get some cheesy bread, right? And while we eat, check out this message from our sponsors and we'll be right back.
It's us, because we don't have any sponsors yet. So instead, we want to take this time to thank you guys for watching. And we hope to put a smile on your face. We upload pretty regularly, but we promise to try and be a little bit better in the future.
So if you want to see our upcoming videos, you know what to do. And if there's something specific you want to see, drop us a comment. We read all of them, even the mean ones. Now back to the video.
When you're photographing a model kit of a car, what I like to try and do is make it look as lifelike as possible, because this is something we actually interact with in life, you know. Everybody's seen how big a car is, and what I try to do to capture that is try to get eye level with it to give you that proper sense of scale.
Alright guys, if you see this on sale, I'm probably about to rip you off. So all the gauges in this kit are water slides, and I worked really hard at them. I had to cut them to the exact size. I had to you know, use softer and get them in there and really stick. And then I put the car together and now you can't see them. That being said, I also did this, which you also don't normally get to see, and I have a lot of regrets. Now my actual car is black, but now it has become black and white, and soon it will be purple.
Like you said, it's very rewarding, and I really like how it came out, so good job.
All right, and then the last two kits I did during quarantine are these my SD babies. For those that know, Bandai has the cross silhouette kits out. And the cross silhouette kits are a stroke of genius. These new proportions are awesome. Like, they're chibi, but they're like not chubby.
If you look at this, like there's a distinguishable waistline and there's a distinguishable leg. There's a lot more detail going on here, which I really like.
So for me, every time I do an SD kit, it's generally a time for me to experiment with either new techniques or new paints or new colors or decals or whatever. So here I try to use smoke, which is a clear gray, to kind of accent it. So from far away, it looks great. If you get real close, we'll see if we can get a macro shot for you guys later. You can still see the little stipples of where you have gray paint from the airbrush, like splatter almost. And it's just, it does not look as clean as if you did something like pre-shading where the color is bleeding through the top coat of color. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. If you got questions, again, we're always in the comments, so ask away. If you like, we do have a Discord. We'll link it below. And we hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one. Good luck syncing that audio.
Man, let's...
Alright guys, we're taking a break. We gotta get some food in us. It is past dinner time now. Got ourselves some Domino's.